What up, y'all? Back here with the next part of my power and speed metal section. We are going to be going from I through O here today, and then there's going to be one more part, and then we're going to get into like the symphonic and epic power metal section. I do keep them separated because I have completely different moods for each style. Like, in the same day, I'm not going to want to listen to, something like Exciter or, Hellstar. I'm not going to want to hear something like that and then go off and listen to some Rhapsody. I don't know. So we're going to get down and dirty here with this. This is a band in the background that we're listening to. Check out that amazing album cover. I just like, we got our first real snowfall since Halloween today. So I just kind of have been in the mood for some like nasty raw or black metal. And this is Ushnig Tumult from Ukraine. I don't know anything on how to pronounce that because Ukrainian is a lot different than Polish. So we are listening to that, and we're going to be drinking a good old-fashioned brewski. This is Third Space Good Cheers Dark Lager. Third Space is a local Wisconsin brewery. I don't remember exactly where in Wisconsin they're at. They're from Milwaukee, duh. And I am hyped to drink this because I picked this up in a build your own 6-pack a while back, and it's been sitting in my fridge for a while, so it's been lagering for a bit. And Third Space is usually a pretty solid brewery. My buddy's all about Happy Place, which is like one of their pale ales. It's not an IPA, it's just a pale ale, so it's not super hefty. So let's give it a taste. Nastarovia. It's just a dark lager. There's nothing too crazy going on. It's bready and roasty, but it's not super complex and bitter. Maybe it's because I'm drinking it cold, which I don't usually drink cold beer, which is, I know you guys are gonna be in the comment section like, what's wrong with you? You taste more of the beer when it's not cold. Yeah, decent dark lager. All right, it's been 2.5 minutes and I've done absolutely nothing. So let's get to it. First thing, I got a couple from this band, Iced Earth, debut record, self-titled from 91. I really wish I liked this band more than I do. I don't know what my deal is. This is a really thrashy record. It kind of reminds me of like the speedier side of thrash, but I'm just not a huge fan of what's his name's vocals, John Schaefer's vocals. He doesn't have a great vocal style. It's kind of like James Hetfield trying to sing in like Flotsam and Jetsam, and it doesn't exactly sit with me super well. And this in particular album has never really hit me very hard, but I really want to re-listen to it and give it a better go sometime. I also have Something Wrong This Way Comes. I have a bunch from this band, and they're probably not in order. This is from 1998. I recently picked this one up. Again, trying to get into stuff more than I have been. And it's pretty cool. It's a decent record. It's got a little bit much on the bro era of Metallica for my taste. This one, I've always, actually, I think this is probably the best one. This is Horror Show. Like you could probably tell, I just have a bunch of random ones from the catalog. This is 01. 10 years after the debut. All of the jewel cases are apparently jacked up in my Iced Earth collection. But yeah, so this is a cool one. It's all like about the classic horror movie villains, for the most part, at least as far as I know. Like it's your big world. What is it? The movie monsters, Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein, the Mummy, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, things like that. I believe that's this record. If not, I'm just an idiot, which is very likely. And then this is The Glorious Burden. I really like the album cover on this one. Very, very cool. It's a scene from the Civil War. I really like the kind of historical thing. I need to re-listen to this one because I think I might really enjoy the historical aspect of it paired with the style. I don't know. I'll put this on in a video maybe sometime. 2 more from Iced Earth still. Dystopia. I'm not a huge fan of the aesthetic of this band. I don't know why I want to like this band so much, but I'm not That's gross. Yeah, I don't know, dude. There's just something about this band that's never sat with me well. Tell me why you guys like Iced Earth in the comments, because I know there's a bunch of fans. And please don't start talking politics in my comment section. I don't want to hear it. I don't care what you have to say. And this is Plagues of Babylon. Another one that I don't remember very much of. All right, so we're out of that. We're going to talk about some banging stuff. Dude, this is Revenge by Ironfire. This is a Danish band, I believe. Danish or Belgium band, which... what are you called when you're from Denmark or from Belgium? Is it that's not considered Danish? Is it? I don't know. You get what I mean. They're from the northern part of Europe that isn't that isn't like Norway and stuff. So this is Revenge. This is their third album from 2006 out on Napalm Records. This is a really banging kind of power metal, heavier metal, really melodic style of stuff, kind of in between the power and speed, kind of in that epic metal sound. Really, really good at that. Really great aesthetics. The vocals are really good. The songwriting is really tasteful and well done. I don't exactly remember when I got into this band or how. I'd imagine it was from what used to be my local shop, Siren Records, and I wound up liking the album cover a lot and just picked it up. And it would have been this one, which is Blade of Triumph, which is their fourth album. Yeah, this is a really, really great record. First off, get a load of that. Oh yeah, now you're talking. That looks so good. I absolutely love this one. It's so fun. The melodic choice is just absolutely top tier. Really, really well put together. Great songwriting. Band pictures with big broadswords. Usually a good sign. Big broadswords in your band photo. Name one album that has that and it's not awesome. Name one. Another great one. This is a newer band called Iron Sword. Servants of Steel. This one took me a while to actually get a copy of, and I remember paying a little over $20 for it because I wanted it so bad. And it's not super easy to get a hold of to this day. I don't know if they've ever repressed this, but it's a really great record. So it rides heavily in your epic metal camp. This is the guys that were in a band called Enchanter. They're from Portugal. I think I said that already. And Enchanter is an early epic metal band in the genre. Late 80s, mid to late 80s. I think 84 to... They might have broke up in 89, if I remember right. There's a comp of all the Enchanter material you could pick up somewhere. So calling this like a new wave of traditional metal band is mildly misleading. Because, yeah, it's a newer band, but it's made by a bunch of guys from the old school. And it sounds like Manila Road. It literally sounds just like Manila Road, and it's really, really sweet. That is such a good album cover. I absolutely love it. Reminds me of, a little bit of Skyrim action. That's usually a really good start for me to like your record if it reminds me of Skyrim at all. Next, I talked about this relatively recently in an update. This is Freedom's Rising by Liege Lord. Top shelf, speed metal, first wave American power metal stuff. Really fast, really thrashy, got a lot of 80s attitude to it, which I truly do appreciate. I just love these kinds of band photos, man. They're so good. I would just love to go see what the 80s were actually like. I wasn't alive, so getting to actually see what it was like back in the day, maybe hanging around somewhere that's actually got a scene, hanging out in the Bay Area in this time, I couldn't even imagine, dude. It had to be so wild. Really, really great Liege Lord record. Sorry, all of what I said about Iron Sword was wrong. It is this band that was Enchanter turning into this band. This is Longings Past. Yeah, so forget all of what I said about Iron Sword and apply it to this record. And this is great. This is from the 1990s, I don't remember, 3, somewhere, something like that. This band was all Enchanter, and it also sounds just like Manila Road. Iron Sword sounded just like Manila Road too, but the slower style. This is very much so the same thing. And that's very, very cool to me because Manila Road Worship is a great thing to me. I really appreciate the crap out of this stuff. And this is, not nearly as interesting as, like Crystal Logic and stuff would be like that, or Open the Gate, but it's a really, really great attempt at making a Manila Road style record. Next, I got a couple from Yngwie. I have Trilogy, which is a killer record. I love that album cover. I need to get a t-shirt of that because that is heavy metal to the bone, dude. Heavy metal to the bone. So if you guys actually don't listen to this Yngwie stuff, first off, you're sleeping, dude, because it's so good. 86, power metal, shred. There's vocals, there's keyboards. It's just all well put together. The guy has such high standards for himself. I would imagine he'd never employ people in his bands that aren't also very high caliber musicians. And all around great record. Super catchy, super fun, really energetic. And I think this one might actually be from, no, this is the next one, yeah. Rising Force. I don't have the first one or two Yngwie albums. I haven't really spent as much time with this one as I have Trilogy, because I tend to like that one more. But this one has Joe Lee Turner on it, which is cool. I think he might be on Trilogy as well. I don't know. It's not immediately available, and I'm not going to go digging through the booklet on camera. That'd be annoying. Another great one from Yngwie. Just not nearly as committed to memory as Trilogy is, comparatively speaking. Next, I've already name dropped them several times this video, so we're going to get to some Crystal Logic. I'm missing a ton of Manila Road, and it's unacceptable. It's just always kind of expensive, and I never actually get around to purchasing it when I'd like to. But this is just so good. One of the greatest American heavy metal albums of all time. Possibly, I don't know. I don't want to put it in any ranking. But this is just a dynamite bang-in record, dude. All around, everything about this is catchy. Songs like Necropolis, I feel like, are like heavy metal anthems at this point. I really love the song The Ram. The Riddle Master is really cool. Just an all-around great epic heavy metal record. Nice and galloping and questing, dude. Mark's vocals are wild. Super weird. Such a great record. And it comes with a bunch of rough mixes of stuff, and then some unreleased stuff and early rehearsals and live stuff. There's even a version of Dreams of Eschaton that is acoustic from 2013. Very cool. And Open the Gates. I pretty much have the two fan favorite Manila Road records. You gotta have them in your collection if you have any respectable like power, kind of epic metal section. But like Hour of the Dragon's amazing. The Ninth Wave. Astronomica is another classic record. All around a really top shelf thing, dude. Reissue from Shadow Kingdom Records. Top tier every day of the week. The Kings of Cheese. Manowar. This is 3 CDs in one. So this is Fighting the World, Kings of Metal, and The Triumph of Steel. I like all 3 of these records quite a bit, but it's a hard pull as to which one's my favorite. They come in like one of these kind of slip sleeve deals, which is handy because you could take all 3 of them in the car with you, and it takes up the same amount of space as one CD. And my van has a like 3 jewel case and 1 digipack capacity, so that's kind of annoying. So something like this is really great for long car rides. That Kiss spoof, classic Image. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is my favorite Manowar record. The Triumph of Steel is just all around such a great record. The desecration of Hector's body is amazing, but I think Ride the Dragon is probably my favorite Manowar song. One of them, if not my favorite Manowar song, I should say. Just all around great. All 3 of these records are classic, must-have American epic power metal, epic heavy metal records, whatever you want to call them. Just so good, dude. Absolutely critical. And I have just like a random one, Louder Than Hell. Really great record. from 1996. This band pretty much never put out a bad record. There's stuff that's less good comparatively. Obviously, that's going to happen. But this is basically consistently another great Manowar record. All around, nothing but fun, dude. Then I got a couple from one band called Morgana Le Fay. So this first one is just Le Fay. It's the Seventh Seal, which it's in here because the Morgana Le Fay stuff is coming up after this, and this is the band that turned into them, or basically it's the same band. They just added Morgana after I don't know, some legal nonsense. And this is a really, really great record all around. Kind of progressive, almost 90s-ish sounding metal. 1999. So this is kind of a, it's definitely like a progressive power groove metal with bits of thrash thrown into it. All of the records are pretty consistently good. And then this is The Secret Doctrine, which is from 1994. So that was out of order because I'm a very partially well-organized person. This is a great record. I could probably say this is my favorite of the Morgana Le Fay catalog. Soldiers of the Holy Empire is great. State of Intoxication, Dying Evolution. Just a really great, kind of spooky, it almost has like a King Diamond-ish feel with a really well riff-oriented style. This is Sanctified from 95. Really great album cover. They have really cool taste in their album covers, I think, at least. All around, not as this is not as well known for me as The Secret Doctrine, but it's a really good record. Kind of spacey and heady stuff too. And this one's really good. This is Maleficium or something like that. I don't know. This is another really, really top shelf record. I've listened to this almost as much as I've listened to that first one. This is from 1996. Black Mark. This might be a boot, dude. I don't really know. I don't remember where I picked this up at. It could have been eBay off of some Russian bootleggers, but it might not be. Just spooky, progressive, groovy power metal. And then these last two are must-have. The Curse by Omen. Dude, come on now. You gotta have this in your collection. There's no way around it. Just all around top shelf, early power metal, one of the best vocalists in heavy metal, being J.D. Kimball, however you want to say that. He has a great gruff voice, really well spoken, easy to listen to, but also, you know, it's kind of abrasive to an extent, you know. Kind of reminds me of that guy that ruined Anthrax back when he was an Armored Saint. He was really, really good then, and then sucked it up in a band that I love. So, and the last one is going to be Battle Cry, 1987. Or, sorry, 84. I'm an idiot. This is an 87 repress on a metal blade. So this is a really early pressing of the CD. Apparently, it really looks really new, so this makes me think this might be a bootleg too. So, I don't exactly remember, but dude, all around a must-have in the collection. It is just so epic. This is questing, sword-wielding, heavy metal to a T. So I'm going to leave it at that, y'all. Sorry, I'm a little sloppy today. I don't know what my problem is, but I'll catch y'all on the next one more part of this, and then we'll be getting into the next section of power metal. So I'll see you later. Keep it greasy.